Hi, I'm Megan Nielsen, and today I'm going to show you how I made a Regency bonnet from a straw hat that I thrifted from an op shop for $4. Let's do this. So the story behind me needing to make a Regency bonnet is that my youngest daughter is dressing up as Elizabeth Bennet for Bookweek. That is so adorable that I could not say no and had to make it happen. Now when I'm talking about Elizabeth Bennet, I'm talking about this Elizabeth Bennet, not this Elizabeth Bennet, just so we can be clear. She wanted to recreate a very specific outfit. My eldest daughter thrifted this hat from an op shop for $4, and I got my youngest to try it on. This is an adult hat, but I don't think it matters at all. You could do this for an adult or a child. As you can see, it's a little asymmetrical. She liked the shorter edge, so this is the edge I'm going to use for the bonnet, and this is the bit I'm going to cut off. So I think the first thing I need to do is remove this truly unique ribbon trim from this straw hat, and also the binding around the edge, which to be honest is pretty messy. After that I'm going to figure out where I'm going to cut it, but let's remove the trim first. Alright. Okay, let's talk trims. So I have removed all of the trim from this hat. I've removed about as much glue as I can be bothered removing, and the rest I figure, or I hope, will be covered by the new ribbons. So obviously this edge is cut, and I'm about to cut it even more, so I need to bind the edge. I've just chosen this bias binding store-bought ready-made. That was the closest colour match, or at least unoffensive enough to put it on the edge. For the ribbons that go around and down the side of the bonnet, I was originally going to use these ribbons, but then I saw this one that looked a little bit prettier and matched my daughter's dress a little bit more. So the style that she likes and that I'm going to try and achieve today is where the ties go over the top of the bonnet, then down the sides, and then there's a trim around like this. So I think I'm going to use this ribbon to just help me plan where I'm going to trim the bonnet. So essentially this is going to be the front, and this is the bit that I'm going to trim off. So I'm going to trim quite close here, but I still need to get it under my sewing machine, so I don't want to go maybe too close. I don't know. I'm winging it. I really don't know what I'm doing, okay? So I've got a pencil. Pencil wasn't working, so we're up to the tiny leftover nib of my tailor's chalk. Alright, let's try again. I just feel like it's really hard to see. There's a part of me that just wants to cut it and then see how it goes after I cut it. I might do that. I'm going to do my best to mark the center front with this peg. Yep. And then where I want the ribbon to go on each side, which is going to be the end point of my curve. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that, but now I'm going to cut and pray. Cut and pray. Okay. Let's start generous, shall we? Okay. You can always cut more, but you can't cut less, you know? Let's try this. So this is ribbons. I feel like it needs more. Let's try. We'll go a little bit more. How are you liking that? Yeah? You know? You know, yeah? I think that's as much as I want to go at the back. I think ideally, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I feel like I want to go closer to the base of this crown, but I just I'm worried about fitting it under my sewing machine. So I think I'm just going to stick with that. Now, to bind it, I'm just going to start at the back and sandwich the edge with my bias binding and then just sew it with a denim or leather needle, maybe a leather needle. Okay, that was stressful. But I think we're at the point now where I can start at the ribbons. Obviously my hair is down, but I feel like we're in a pretty good place. Can you see that? So, I'm going to start with the ribbon that goes... Oh my gosh. I don't think I have enough ribbon. This is the world's tiniest packet of ribbon. Okay, this is my bonnet. This is my ribbon. How much do we need? A lot, probably. Oh, that is unfortunate. I feel like you kind of want this much. I'm going to just measure how much I need to go around the crown, cut that off, and then whatever is left can be the ties. And the reason for that is I can't be bothered driving back to the fabric store. I know, it's as lame as that. That's the reason I can't be bothered driving. So I think that slightly shorter strips will be fine. We're going. I think that is mostly straight-ish, but it's coming at the points where I want it to. Okay, so I am ready to start sewing my ribbon to the crown of my hat. I've got my thimble because I refuse to hand sew with that one. I've got a tapestry needle. I don't have milliner's needles, so this is just gonna have to do. And this is just like a really pale pink thread that I can't find anything other than a tiny bobbin for, so we're just going to use that, but it matches the ribbon well. I'm going to start over here, I think, and I'm just going to secure my thread here, then I'll go around to the side. Okay, so now I just want to catch the edge of the ribbon. There we go. Okay, so I'm just keeping this simple. I'm sticking the needle in just into the edge of the ribbon like that. Then back down through the straw to the back of the hat, or the inside of the hat, sorry. And then repeating that, trying to be kind of equal distance as I go. I think if I had a curved milliner's needle, this would obviously be easier because I could just keep my hand on the top of the hat. But to be honest, it's not that big a deal going front to back. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to go all the way around here, and then back again. So I'm going to spend some time sitting down and doing this, and then I'll check back in. I have finished sewing the ribbon ties over the top of the bonnet and all the way down the sides. I need to attach this final piece of ribbon around the base of the hat. So my plan is just to overlap the back and just tuck this raw edge under. And the safety pins worked really well before, so I'm just going to use safety pins again. Alright, so that's all pinned in place, so I'm going to start at the back again, and I'm going to use the same method as before. The edge of the ribbon, and then back to the straw. And I do that all around. I am on the home stretch. I'm almost there. Once I finished going around the bottom here, I'll be done. The one final thing I think I might do is I'm thinking about wetting the edges, since this is made from a modern straw hat, it sticks out quite a lot. So I'm really tempted to wet it and kind of tie it around a ball just to kind of reshape it a little bit. I ended up wetting the sides of the straw hat with really warm water till it was soaked, and then wrapped around this soccer ball and tied the ribbons because I don't have like a hat form. Let's see how it turned out. I'm feeling really hopeful. Oh my gosh, I think it worked. That turned out so well. It's really holding its shape. If you recall, before the sides of the straw hat were still sticking out a lot, but I feel like now it has that really good bonnet shape and it's maintaining it, which is exactly what we want. Yay! Well, that's it. I am so happy with how this bonnet turned out. I had so much fun making it. If you try making one yourself, I just hope you enjoy making it as much as I did. This was a super fun project and way more achievable than I thought it would be. I think my daughter is going to love it. It turned out so cute. I couldn't resist trying it on. So there you have it. This is my little Regency straw bonnet made from a thrifted straw hat that we found for $4. This was such a fun project. I really hope that if you give it a try yourself that you enjoy it as much as I did. I'm sure my daughter will love it if I, give it to her. Until next time, see ya!